95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin on this fourth day of January.
Yeah, we made it 2 in a row.
Yeah, I like yesterday, too. 63 was the high.
Is today going to be decent?
Well, a little cooler.
Cooler.
But not really bad for January.
No, but there's a chance of some snow flurries, but snow.
Snow flurries are pretty.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a few flurries, as long as we're not getting a big accumulation at zero again like it was over the holidays. I took Cooper for a nice walk yesterday. He was having a great time.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was. So we actually went a little bit further, too, because the weather was so nice.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
part of
so
your
you
New Year's resolution?
Both benefited? Yeah.
Yeah, except you don't really get much cardio with him because it's stop, sniff, pee. Stop, sniff, pee.
Oh, and then when you start stop, sniff, pee.
Then pee, yeah.
Yeah.
I go right along with him
I'm
there.
sure it's a great view for the neighbors.
Yeah.
It's a Wednesday morning with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. How about a little good news?
All right, I got a couple good stories here for you. A guy in Massachusetts stopped to get gas for his wife so she wouldn't have to get it the next morning to go to work. Mm-hmm. And while he was there, he bought a lottery ticket and won like $1 million.
No.
So how about that?
Oh, man.
So stop, get gas for your wife, buy a lottery ticket, and you're a millionaire. I love this story. 2 days before Christmas, a 27-year-old guy named Jay Whitty got stranded near Buffalo, New York. They had a big blizzard.
Oh, nasty, yeah.
During that big blizzard that came through, and he had to break into a school to find shelter. He smashed a window to get in, and then he went back out into the storm and rounded up 24 other people that he found stranded on the side of the road.
Oh, wow.
He brought them back to the school. He pried open the door of the kitchen. He got food for those people. He found blankets in the nurse's office to keep everybody warm. They were stuck there for 24 hours. Before he left, he wrote a note apologizing for the break-in.
Oh, wow.
Well, the cops followed up on this, and they caught up with the guy and gave him a big thank you and said,
Really?
You saved probably all those lives because that was a deadly storm. He thought he might have been in trouble for what he did.
Sure.
But he left a note, and the police found him, tracked him down, and said, thank you for being such a good Samaritan.
Yeah.
You said they played basketball in the gymnasium.
Yeah, how fun would that be?
I know.
Right.
Except for it was Christmas Day, wasn't it? By the time you
and
got there.
cold.
Yeah.
It's true.
But that's all right.
Yeah. 95.5 WFMS, Jim, Deb, and Kevin. This is kind of sad in a way.
It is sad, but well, it's sad, but then again, it does help us do a lot of stuff. Talking about the fact that we now spend 59 hours a week using the internet.
59 hours.
Which translates into about 1/3 of our life now involves the internet.
Something with the internet.
Right.
So that includes not just sitting at a computer, it includes your mobile phone and all of that.
Absolutely.
And that's it's all you see.
And you
anymore.
immediately say, well, that's a time waster, but there's a lot of things we're able to do thanks to the internet.
Well, I mean,
it
that's
does speed
true,
things
yeah.
up. When's the last time you went to a bank? You can do your banking online.
Right,
Not that that's a bad thing, but you now have more options.
Can't get the dumb sucker.
That's
Right.
Can't get that.
You can do your grocery shopping online.
I did that last
Don't even
night.
have to go to the grocery store if you don't want to. So it's not always a bad thing when you say you spend 1/3 of your life doing it.
But I don't want to
because
spend
you may
a
have
third.
eliminated a bunch of other things you had to do.
True.
Process.
But if
True.
you think about it, how much of you being on the internet is productive stuff?
Oh, none of it.
Yeah, or
Yeah, right,
or
right,
surfing and
For
like
me.
a time suck because you ended up.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, sometimes you watch those TikTok videos and you're on there or reels on Instagram, and before you know it, you've wasted 35 minutes. And or Kevin's case, 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm guilty of that. I follow, for whatever reason, I get into like I'll search something on YouTube, like a woodworking project. I'm trying to say woodworking project.
Right.
And next thing I know, 3 hours later, I'm watching all these different videos. So I'm guilty of the time waste.
Well, it is if you have a question, especially fix-it stuff. It's nice to be able to go to YouTube and.
That's how I fix my microwave.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, thanks to the internet. So 1/3 of our life now involves
1/3 though.
the internet.
Wow.
Probably
59
our
hours.
kids, when they get older, they'll be half their life will be spent using the internet. Probably.
Wow.
Look at all the brain cells we're killing.
No kidding.
I'd be a lot smarter.
Never
Right.
thought of that. Yeah.
95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. A big day. Sure, it's Wednesday. It's January the 4th. But even more, it's National Spaghetti Day.
I love
Oh,
spaghetti.
it is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I do, too.
Yeah, I will go to a restaurant and just order the spaghetti.
I go to the nicest Italian restaurant you can find. They've got the carbonara and they got the fettuccine and the veal parmesan. I'll have the spaghetti meatballs,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather have the tiramisu.
Well, I know you've talked about going to the spaghetti factory and you get the butter.
The brown butter Ms. Rita.
Yeah, whatever.
It's called.
And that's good.
Sounds
I've
like a
had
body
that.
part.
That's good. But I just get the old thing
Yep.
of spaghetti. I'm totally
Spaghetti.
fine with that.
A piece of garlic bread.
Yeah.
Actually, that brown
Salivating.
butter Mizrita sounds pretty.
I think we've lost Deb now.
I mean, spaghetti or pasta, same thing.
Little fun
Well,
facts about spaghetti. Being a national day, you should know these things. Spaghetti is the plural form of the Italian word spaghetto.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
So one noodle is a spaghetto.
Evidently.
Oh,
Evidently.
they're
One
saying
is
that.
Spaghetti.
I
and
feel like
everyone
a bunch
thinks-
of spaghettos.
Pasta comes from Italy. It doesn't. It actually wasn't Chinese. It's China. Chinese have recorded having eaten pasta as early as 5,000 BC.
So you could have spaghetti with an egg roll.
There was a rumor that Marco Polo brought that back to Italy, but they say that's not true.
No? Oh, okay.
He's still in the pool.
Yeah.
All right.
According to the International Pasta Organization, there are more than 600 different shapes of pasta.
Wow. Who did that research?
Yeah, right.
Thomas Jefferson, who did the research, was the International Pasta Organization.
That's a long study.
Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, is credited for being the first person to introduce pasta to America back in 1789.
Well, thank you to President Jefferson.
Yeah. It's a cheap dinner to make and tasty and fulfilling.
And it says, this is totally wrong. It says a dusting of Parmesan cheese is the most popular spaghetti topping. Not a dusting.
No, I want 3 spoonfuls.
I love it at Olive Garden. At Olive Garden, when she stands there over
Yeah,
you
with
with a little cheese grater
Yeah.
and says, "Tell me when." I'm like, "You'll be standing there a while."
Your arm's going to hurt. That's when.
They want to switch arms.
Yeah. Just let me know when.
Yeah, don't you always hate that? Because they want to give you just this little gentle.
Yeah, oh, no.
Yeah, it's
A
like, no, bring on.
dusting.
I like cheese.
No, I want
Bring
a
it on.
pile, not a dusting.
Not a dusting. Well, 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin on a Wednesday. It is time for Kevin's bad joke worth repeating, the first of 2023.
Oh, boy.
And I've got it clustered. I've got 3 here for you.
Oh, wow.
Because we mentioned a moment ago, this is National Spaghetti Day. I've
Yes.
got 3 spaghetti jokes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Well, maybe this will be good then.
I
There's a
think these
theme.
are ones that you would, in a normal time, you might go, oh, these aren't that funny because it's National Spaghetti Day.
no.
I think we
Okay.
lower the bar a little bit.
He's
What do
already
you call
selling it.
sick pasta?
What do you call sick pasta?
Pasta.
Mac and sneeze. A friend argued with me that I couldn't make a car out of spaghetti. You should have seen her face when I drove past pasta.
I drove
Pasta.
Yeah,
There you go.
pasta.
You hear
That's-
about the
that's a fail.
man with a car made of pasta? Sadly, it got crashed, and now it's all dente.
That was actually
National Spaghetti Day.
Boy, those are deep.
2 out of 3 isn't bad.
Yeah.
You really got to use your noodle on those. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
there you
Oh,
go.
my gosh.
Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Go grab yourself a cup of stuff.
Yeah.
A little coffee here. Let's explain a little bit something, too. I think why Deb always seems so calm.
I think you're right.
she's
We've
very
made
calm.
fun of Deb. At least I have. I don't want to throw you in there, Jim.
Well, I
He
have
has.
to. yeah.
Agree. About her many trips to Starbucks to get a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she will count down the hours, the moments, the minutes that she gets to go and get that coffee.
I feel a calming effect when I walk in there.
Well,
Right.
True.
that is not your imagination. Psychologists now say that ordering a store-bought coffee, and when they say store-bought, they mean from a barista, from a coffee shop,
Okay.
that's made just for you. So you go in there and you know this has been made just
It's
for
not
me.
like going into the gas station and you got hot coffee there because
Exactly.
it's not customized for you.
They say it can be a calming effect before a busy day.
I
So
would
exactly
agree
what
with
you
that.
said.
Yes.
You walk in, there's your cup of coffee with your name written on it, and
All personalized.
whatever that is, you have put in the coffee, all that weird stuff, and then there you go. You're out
But
the
I
door.
like the way it smells. I like the environment. It's they're always kind. So I think you're right. There's something now. A lot of people say, "Hey, skip the $5 latte because you're wasting your money, especially if you do it often." But there is something calming about so like a nice way to start your day. Here's one thing I will say. When I've tried to give it up, I don't think I miss the coffee. I literally miss the cup of coffee that I hold in my hand.
The experience.
The experience. That's exactly right.
Well, here's what we'll do.
Yeah.
I will make radio station coffee, which is free. I will put it in a little fancy cup for you. You can give me $7, and I will give you a wonderful experience of
Here's a pen, write your name on it.
Right.
I don't think you will. I don't think you will. Like when I went in there yesterday, lady told me, "Oh, you missed it, Deb. If you just come yesterday, I had on my Roseanne Cash T-shirt." You're like, you're not going to sit there and do all that.
Yeah,
you're
you're
going to
right.
go, "Hey, Deb."
Yeah, you're right. I'm not. So anyway, made fun of you, Deb. There must be some truth to it.
Yeah.
Because according to psychologists, again, ordering store-bought coffee that's made just for you can be a calming effect before a busy day.
Glad to hear that.
Well, it's for a lot of people. That's why Starbucks is so popular. Go to the airport.
Yeah.
There's other places to get coffee. Starbucks is lined up. They line up.
Yeah, when we fly together, you guys will find the Starbucks. I'm like, I'm going to
get some. Yeah,
I'm going to Hot Dog Bill's that also sells coffee.
Yeah,
and I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. And then you guys stand in line for 20 minutes.
I've tried white mochas elsewhere. They're not the same.
Yeah, so
I've tried to make them myself at home. It's not the same.
That's why you're so calm, Deb.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What?
Except when they don't fill up the coffee.
Oh,
right.
Then I get
That's
uncalm.
not
Yeah.
really good. 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Deb's got your daily dirt. And why did Winona cancel?
I know. I was worried about it, too. So we'll share an update on her in about 30 seconds. First, past and present co-host paid tribute to Barbara Walters yesterday on The View. It's sad to see that she passed away over the weekend. Here's good news, though. Al Roker will return to the Today Show on Friday.
Oh, is
good.
He's kind of been hit and miss with some health issues.
Is he just kind of making an appearance, you think, or is he actually working?
I don't know. It says he's making a return. So I don't know if that's him
I hope so.
coming back after having some time off. So let's hope for the best for him. Also, this is some good news. And that regarding the safety, Damar Hamlin, who collapsed on the field, went into cardiac arrest. The uncle of Buffalo Bills, Hamlin, says he's showing improvement.
Good.
He reportedly has now been receiving 50% oxygen levels, down from 100 from when he was first admitted. The uncle says he was the heart was restarted on the field, and then they had to be restarted again when he reached the hospital. And they're keeping him on his stomach to help alleviate any blood clotting in his lungs, so that he's honest, and he's still sedated right now, but still in intensive care. But to hear that he is showing signs of improvement, obviously some good news. You missed Hardy. He was on Monday Night Raw the other day.
Yeah, you showed me a video
I saw the video. He smashes into the ring. He smashes the guitar. I turned my own microphone off.
I thought my headphones went dead.
I hope I never do that again. I smashed a guitar over one of the opponents and then runs for his life. It's hilarious. Also, people were concerned about Winona after she canceled an appearance for New Year's Eve. She was supposed to perform, and she has since shared a mental health check-in. She's working hard on her mental, physical, and spiritual well-being, and she says she's blessed. But if you remember, we talked to her. I interviewed her a long time ago, years ago.
Right.
And I said, tell us one thing about yourself that most people wouldn't know. And her answer was, I struggle with public, being in the public eye.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, there are times where I'm scheduled to be somewhere and I'll look at my manager and say, she goes, I'll change outfits a million times and I'll just say, I'm not going.
I can't do it.
And then they'll say, you're in the parade. You have to be there.
And
so I don't know if that's what happened, or she ended up having to say, look, I got to put myself
anxiety
first. Yeah, but she ended up canceling. She's okay. 7:28. That's Deb's Daily Dirt.
95.5 WFMS, Wednesday morning with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. And number one pet peeve among texters.
Yes, is apparently something Kevin agrees with. And it got started, we talked about this after I said that, my family, over the Thanksgiving holiday, when we all got together about a month ago, there's 14 of us. We've all been on a group thread ever since then. Ever since then, we've been on it. 14 of us.
Oh, my. There should be a law.
No. So we've got this group thread thing going, and I'm not kidding, daily. For the last month, someone sends a funny gift. Someone sends a photo of what they're doing. Then everybody else has
all 14 people.
We're all sarcastic. Well, okay, Monroe's 3. She's not on there. But I think the rest are 13. So I'm wrong.
No
I'm wrong.
way.
There's 14 in the family. 13 are on it. And Greg hates group text.
Yeah.
Hates with a passion to the point where he woke up one morning after we started doing this, and after about a week or so, he woke up one morning and he looked at me and he goes, 60 text messages. 60 since I went to bed last night. Kevin has anxiety just hearing about it.
Yeah.
He goes, this is ridiculous. And I said, well, it's now we all know what's going on in everyone's lives. I think everybody's closer. We're keeping in touch.
No.
There's a constant line of communication going. And he of course, he has his messages where they go bing, bing, bing. Finally, he goes, I turned my notifications off just so I could sleep. And I said, well, then do that if that's what makes you. So then on New Year's Eve, everybody's doing the Happy New Year, sending photos. Love you guys, love you. And then finally, Greg sends one, Happy New Year, everyone. And he's not a big texter. And we all about passed out. My sisters were like, it's a Greg sighting. Oh, my gosh. He wrote in the group thread. You would not like that.
I'm not the only one. It's the number one pet peeve among texters. Mm-hmm. So you may enjoy it, But when you're in that other group that someone else is sending out a bunch, you might say, okay, I opt out of this, please.
I mean, Greg
Right.
was like, I
Let me
don't
out
need
of
to
it.
know the sandwich that you're
I don't
eating.
either. Or I don't need it. What happens? Someone will make a comment and then everybody
Then someone
else.
hearts it, someone thumbs up it,
Ding,
some likes,
ding,
ding,
They
ding,
all
ding,
feel
ding,
like they
ding.
have to acknowledge that they got it, and then I get the message that they got it. Yeah, I know I sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but
No, we
No,
did
I'm with
this.
you
We
there.
did this
I'm
a
with
couple
you.
of years
Okay.
ago, and Greg removed himself from the group. All of a sudden, we got a
can do
notification.
that?
Greg has removed himself from the group. I'm like, what?
I got to learn how to do that. I
So
didn't
then
know
we
you could do
started
that.
it again, and twice. Okay, he texted the one time on New Year's Eve, and another time he sent a bunch of when he realized gifts were a thing for all of us. He started sending Bigfoot gifts, which is he loves Bigfoot. So I finally am like, you're going to have to either start texting normally, or you're going to remove yourself again.
Right.
I didn't know you can remove from it.
Yes, you can, but they'll get a notification.
I'm fine with that. I don't
Oh,
care if they
okay.
get notified.
Now there is a way to hide alerts. So you can
Right.
turn the volume
Well,
off, or you can actually
but see,
go in and just where you don't get notified of these
That
new
doesn't
messages.
help me because you know me with I don't want anything in my inbox.
See,
That would
that's
bother you.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
So I can't look down there and go, I've got 15 texts that I've not opened.
Now, if you don't
I can't
open them
handle
and
that.
look at it on a daily basis, I mean, I'm having to scroll up just to keep caught up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Well, let's just call each other once
Well, I
in
don't
a
want to
while.
talk to anybody.
There are occasions when the three of us will text each other.
Yeah.
And
That's
and
it. 3, though.
Yeah, but I'll walk away and do something and come back. There's like 15 texts between the two of you
See,
guys.
you've missed it.
I didn't miss a thing.
Oh.
I can go back and look at it.
All right,
but
well,
it's
I
like-
guess we can start talking about
but,
Kevin, 'cause
But then
he's
I'll
not reading.
comment on it. It'd be like, you guys have moved on 4 hours ago. And I'm like, I'm just now seeing the text. So anyway, I know. I just don't like it.
So what
But
is
it is
the
the number one. It's the
number one pet peeve for
among
texters.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with all of that.
I'm going to text you guys right now.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to opt out of it. So I'm going to do.
I'm going to send you 50 photos from Christmas. You want those? The stress.
Is it
on
too late
your
to put my
face.
phone number unlisted?
Hey! Yes.
95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your Nash news now, and someone on Blake Shelton's team is all grown up and touring.
Yeah, details on that in about 30 seconds. People are concerned about Winona Judd after she canceled her New Year's Eve appearance. Winona shared a mental health check-in then. She said that she's working hard on her mental, physical, and spiritual well-being, and she went on to say that she's very blessed. Of course, she has struggled with that in the past, some mental issues, and we wish her the best of luck. Looks like Charles Kelly of Lady A is still working on his 12 steps.
Good.
He shared news that it's, quote, just celebrated 6 months sober.
Oh, wow.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's got a new album out saying, says goodbye, and he's talking about saying goodbye to alcohol. So Danielle Bradbury announced a career milestone yesterday. She revealed the dates of her first ever headlining tour. It's called a Special Place Tour. Kicks off next month on the 23rd in Indianapolis.
Right here,
Oh,
huh?
wow.
Yeah, she'll be at the Hi-Fi Annex in Fountain Square. Danielle Bradbury won season 4 of NBC's The Voice in 2013. She was like 16 then. She chose Blake Shelton as her coach, and of course, he coached her on to victory. So,
There you go.
We've interviewed her when she was really
Yes.
young. So now
Yeah.
to see it, she's beautiful.
yeah, we'll have to
And
hook up with her
She's
again.
really grown up in front of us.
That'll be a
Right.
fun show to see. We'll give you more details on that as it comes closer to the date. That's your Nash News Now.
Congrats to Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Proud to be part of your morning routine. And now 2022 CMA Award winners.
It brightens my day.
95.5 WFMS.